Hey guys, thank you for your support lately and for helping me hit 800 subs. I'm going to start out by saying that this video is somewhat of a departure from the normal videos I've created for this channel, as it is not about a theory or speculation or a cover for that matter. This is a reality video. So, as any of you who have been following me for a period of time know, I sometimes struggle greatly with my mental health. I am willing to admit that I'm diagnosed with PTSD, along with bipolar type 2. Over the years, one of the biggest, if not the biggest, ways I have coped is through music. I am technically a professional singer, and I play a couple of instruments, but that's not the only part of music that helps me. Instead of creating music, listening to music helps me get through hard episodes, and of course, the chief, often even the sole contributor to this is 21 Pilots. For me, the release of Drum Show and looking forward to Breach helped me turn around out of some of the deepest darkness and return to my life as normal, including making videos on this channel. Thank you for coming with me on the beginning of this ride. But that still isn't even what this video is. My point is that I want my message to be heard, and sometimes that feels to me like a responsibility, not a burden or a stressor, except when I'm really not doing great, but it has me thinking more about this band. So, a few of you might know about the time where Tyler and Josh played for the Reading Festival in the UK. They actually played a cover of Oasis's Don't Look Back in Anger. However, Tyler switched out some lyrics. Please don't place your life in the hands of a rock and roll band are the original lyrics. So Tyler switched out rock and roll band with two-piece band. Please don't place your life in the hands of a two-piece band. There's a lot of opportunity to juxtapose different songs between each of the albums. We see the two sides of a concept. Some might say it's like a cycle in its own right. Right now, I could imagine Breach and Clancy becoming reflections of each other more than anything else. I've been this way, I want to change, from Drum Show, but also can't change what you've done, from Next Semester. I think this could be symbolic of the cycle and how Tyler or Clancy deals with it. Tyler has appeared to struggle with mental illness for most of his life, and he makes it deeply personal by reaching out to his audience in different ways, some more outright than others. In earlier albums like Vessel, we got messages directed at us like, because faith is to be awake, and to be awake is for us to think, and for us to think is to be alive, and I will try with every rhyme to come across like I am dying to let you know you need to try to think. And that brings me to the next topic. We've discussed Tyler's mental health, but how about ours? When Tyler speaks to us, he comes from a place of pressure a lot of the time. In Guns for Hands, the entirety of the song is Tyler describing to us that one of the factors that keeps him awake at night is the fact that he has a fan base that struggled to stay alive. Something that I've always found to be really beautiful that has gone largely ignored is a sort of demo that Tyler created when Regional at Best was recorded as a documentary. Tyler did all of the background music for the episodes of the show, and one of them in particular was something that everyone just kind of calls I Need Something, but the lyrics in the little song, all there is I need something to kill me. I am tired of taking my own life. The depth of a phrase like that is hard to capture. It just kind of exists in the heart. And it's a cry that someone who has suffered very deeply makes in a last-ditch attempt to be saved from the things that they struggle with. It reminds me even of the cycle that we've had in the Demo lore all of this time. I'm tired of taking my own life. He's tired of this cycle. He's tired of wanting to die, maybe even of trying to die or hurting himself. And he acknowledges that. And he is so desperate for it to end that he wants something to kill him to end it. That's heavy stuff right there. And so, with Tyler being as empathetic as he seems to be, he has those feelings and the knowledge of what they're like when he sees them in his fans. And so, in a way, the pain that exists is multiplied because not only does the fan experience the pain, but so does Tyler along with them. But this has been Tyler's goal from the very beginning. He didn't make music for himself. At least he didn't isolate it to being just for himself. Just like in Message Man when he says, I'm the kind of guy who takes every moment he knows he confided in music to use it for others to use it. Again, he's expressing his own pain and what he does to cope with it and how he hopes to spread that ability to get through things. Tyler also uses his music to get people to think, and it seems like his philosophy is that to get out of mental illness, you have to be able to think your way through it. But also, in a way, he is showing that some people think more shallow than others. And so if he's speaking to them, what he could be reaching out for and really begging for in the end is for people to think so that in order that they can empathize with the people who struggle with mental illness, including himself. So we've seen Tyler and how he's dealt with his mental health, but we still need to look a little more at what else could be affecting him. Over time, he's been a lot more open with his distaste for the things that he has to deal with when it comes to the music industry. There's a possibility that the fire he's describing in Leave the City is representative with his relationship with the industry. In Pet Cheetah, he describes the pressure that he feels when he's trying to write new music and nothing's coming to him. In the same song, he says, this clique means so much to this dude, it could make him afraid of his music and be scared to death that he could lose it. There is so much intensity in just that one statement, and it begins with how much he loves us and how much he fears that he could lose us. So think about it this way. How would you feel if a stranger came up to you and told you that you or your work saved their life? How would you feel if another person came to you and told you the same thing over and over and over again? Would you start to feel pressure? Like all of a sudden the lives of millions are in your hands and it's your responsibility to keep them alive, all because of how you chose to survive yourself? What would you do if you felt like you disappointed those people? What if they told you that you did? The majority of the people who look up to you suffer. They suffer with mental illness, self-harm, eating disorders, and thoughts of ending it all. And they use your work to survive. Do you feel under pressure yet? I'm sure you all know that this is the actual reality for many celebrities, musicians, and artists. Some take it so much more seriously than others. The lifestyle sometimes leads even to their own deaths. Even a club has been created to categorize the deaths of celebrities aged 27 or younger. If you're Tyler Joseph, you create songs like Friend Please and Guns for Hands. And even with the risk of feeling dumb. He is pleading with his people to try to stay alive so that he can sleep without worrying that they'll leave, worrying that it could be his fault. For years, you end your concerts with a song begging your fans to stay alive. Stay alive, stay alive, stay alive for me. You honor those lost with songs like Redecorate. You stick lines into your lore. Save your razor blades now, not yet. And then, of course, you spill your own guts and brains out onto the paper while you write songs expressing how you felt the same way. You choose raw and unmitigated pain to be the basis of your art. You have a family that you'd never leave. Even more importantly, you refuse to go out in a way that would encourage others to do the same. The positive side of that pressure. Promise me this: if I lose to myself, you won't moan a day, and you'll move on to someone else. Either way, it helps to hear these words bounce off of you. The softest echo could be enough for me to make it through. Tyler gave us Clancy for a purpose. He exists under the pressure Tyler feels as someone else who can at least help with some of the heavy lifting. He acts as hope in the darkness of Dima. He's a character that will live on forever, even past when Tyler leaves our world. Tyler gives Clancy a responsibility that is sometimes too much for him as one person. That's why I don't think Clancy can die. Not permanently, at least. His existence is something that is separate from normal life and yet attached to the pressures and stress that might be too much. But he exists for us too. He's the hopeful champion that exists as an example that no one in this world could totally embody. So we are here, having been given a full album-long introduction to Clancy and who he is. The choice to remain as the champion lies under the realities of drowning under logistics. Tyler drowns it all out in Drum Show. So, do you guys feel a pull in the direction I pointed out a while back? Do you think this all will end in the water, the most important element in all of 21 Pilots history? We're finding out very soon, and Clancy will be there with us. Thanks, guys. Hey, guys. So the first thing that I saw after finishing editing this video was the new I Am Torchbearer video with Josh speaking as the torchbearer. I just wanted to let you guys know that this is not the last video. I have one more video coming up that is going to be a heavy deep dive into all of the theories and lore that we've seen from the very beginning, but most especially about a specific feature of the music videos and the music and all of the branding of Breach. That will be literally the last theory video that I can ever make, because we should be getting all of the answers when the album drops tomorrow night. So don't worry, there's one more coming. I am so excited, and this is just going to be the most amazing music that this band has ever created. Thanks again so much for listening along and all of my different rants about different things for the last few years. I've really loved being able to be in a community like this. Anyway, see you all very soon. Thank you. Bye.